You know, I talked about the story yesterday. The newspaper picked up, and I have to say, George Palazic from the Belleville News-Democrat, what a heck of a good article. The gentleman, the reporter for the News-Democrat, George Palazic, a great article. Front page, top fold, Cahokia mayor orders food pantry to vacate building. Now, that's what you got to do. That's how you win friends and influence people and get reelected, you stupid son of a bitch, Curtis McCall Jr. And when I say Curtis McCall Jr., I got to throw Curtis McCall Sr. in there because he's a no-good, ignorant bastard. He's like Eddie the Gerbil. He's running the show in Cahokia. It's not Curtis McCall Jr. Curtis McCall Jr. sits there like the dumbass son of a bitch he is and doesn't do anything. He lets his father run the show. Now, you people elected Curtis McCall Sr., in essence, to the mayor of Cahokia. Now, this is just a prelude as to what's going to go on for the next 4 years in Cahokia. You people in Cahokia, I got to tell you, a lot of great people, but you better start getting ready to move out of Cahokia because it's not going to get any better. It's going to get continually worse and worse and worse. But I talked about it yesterday, and George Palazic, again, a great article, talked about it today. There's a food pantry that's been around for 30 years. Now, this lady, a nice lady, her name is Christina Walker. She's been handling the food pantry in Cahokia, and it services everybody in St. Clair County. And she ran, and I didn't know this, but she ran for position on School District 187 in Cahokia. And she lost, and that's okay. That's okay. She lost. But now the Curtis McCall team is going to punish her. No, you didn't punish her, the McCall team. You punished all the people that are hungry. They're going to go to bed hungry tomorrow because there's no food in the Cahokia food pantry. You no-count son of a bitches. And the newspaper reporter George Palazic, talked with a lady, Janice, at the mayor's office, and she says, we will have no comment. And she says the food pantry is not shut down. It's under reconstruction, she said, before declining to explain what reconstruction meant. Hey, you stupid idiot bitch, too, this Janice. Hey, it may be under reconstruction, but people are not going to eat this week and next week and the following week because of the McCall team, because of Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr. This Christina Walker made all of $12 an hour for part-time work. $12 an hour for part-time work. And Curtis McCall Jr. and Sr., and in my opinion, it is a political payback. What no good. Hey, Curtis McCall Jr. and Sr., if you're going to play politics, you rotten bastards. But don't play politics at the expense of the poor people who aren't eating. You rotten bastards, Curtis McCall Sr., you've ate good your whole life. They've taken care of you politically from the sheriff on up and down. And your son has been taken care of by you and God Sprague, your daddy, your white boy daddy. There's a lot of poor people out there, Curtis McCall, black, white, men, women, children. You hear me? Children. And you no good son of a bitches have shut it down. And they didn't even have the guts. They sent a policeman with a letter to this Christina Walker, the director of the Cahokia Community Food Basket, telling her she's going to have to leave. And it was signed by, guess who? Not President Barack Obama, but President Curtis McCall. President my ass. You can stick your president up your ass, and I've got something I'd stick up there. President my ass. But they passed out over 384,000 pounds of food since January, people. And the area manager of the St. Louis Food Bank praised Christina Walker for the great job she has done, said she received glowing performance reports during her tenure as director for the Cahokia Food Pantry. And this gentleman says they're going to try to get Christina Walker another place so she can help the poor people and feed the poor people, Curtis McCall Jr. and Sr. Why don't everybody go to Curtis McCall's office this week? Go to the City Hall in Cahokia. Go to the Centerville Township in Allerton. See if these rotten bastards will pull money out of their pocket. They've never missed a meal. Hey, McCall's, I've missed plenty of meals coming up. And it ain't pretty. And you no good, no count, rotten bastards. What kind of crap is this? You're going to play politics? They served over 1,200 families a month. Over 1,200 families per month. Curtis McCall, those are 1,200 families that aren't going to eat this week because of you stupid, no-count, rotten bastard. They'll have no food to give away. They had to give it all to other food pantries, I guess, in the St. Louis area. But the people that are used to coming to Cahokia Community Basket to get their food, guess what? Not going to get it. Not going to get it at all. This one lady says, family, there's 5 in my family, and we depend on the pantry to eat. She says she fears family members may go hungry without the food items passed out weekly. And you know what? I feel sorry for that lady. I wish I had enough money. I'd feed everybody. This is a great United States of America, and our people are starving, and we're proud of that. And then we get a no-count, rotten, no-good son of a bitch like Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr. and going to take the food out of people's mouths because they don't like the director of the food pantry, the director that got overwhelming support and accolades from the general regional manager of the big food pantries. What the hell's wrong with you, McCall? What the hell's wrong? Poor people, black, white, your people, and I don't mean black and white, your people in Centerville Township, your people in Cahokia are suffering because of you, because of your inept political stupid moves you make. And again, people, that's just the start. That's just the start. It's going to get worse, and it's going to get a lot worse. I think everyone, and I don't have the number to the Cahokia mayor's office, I think everyone needs to call the Cahokia mayor's office or call that idiot out there that calls himself the Centerville Township supervisor. That number is 874-1034. That's 874-1034. And call Curtis McCall Sr. and tell him what a rotten, no-count, lousy bastard that you people think he is. And he is, and so is his son. The poor people aren't going to eat. They're not going to eat because of the Curtis McCall team, because they want to play politics. So they're going to take food out of everyone's mouth. It's unbelievable. Curtis McCall, I can't believe. I know you're a low-life piece of crap, but I can't believe you do this to all the people that are depending on that, Curtis McCall. You know, McCall, you can take that big money you're making. You can take the township car that the hardworking taxpaying people of Centerville Township pay you to drive around. You can go to the tavern. You can have you a beer. You can have you a sandwich because you've got the money. You big head bastards, you're never going to miss a meal. And that stupid-ass son of yours, you need to lock him in a room somewhere because he's dangerous, politically, of course. Lock him in a political... Now, don't lock him in a political room because that'll hurt everybody. But Curtis McCall, I want to salute you for being the most rotten, asinine, no good, self-centered, thoughtless son of a bitch I've ever run into. You can do a lot of things, Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr., but what you can't do, what I won't allow you to do, and I hope what everybody else won't allow you to do, is take food out of hungry people's mouths. You know, do you people understand that he's played politics? 1,200 people a month get fed by this food pantry. Curtis McCall Jr. and Curtis McCall Sr. has disrupted the whole operation. What no good, rotten son of a bitches they are. And at the end of the day, Curtis McCall Jr. and Sr., you're going to have to answer. I don't know if it's going to be to a higher power, as everyone says, but you're going to have to answer to your constituents. And I think at the end of the day, your constituents aren't going to be happy. They're not going to be happy, Curtis McCall. 874-1034. That's the Centerville Township number. Find the number for the mayor's office in Cahokia. If somebody knows to give us a call, we'll try to find it during break. I wouldn't let this crap go, people. I don't give a damn if you live in Belleville. I don't give a damn where you live. You know, when you go home, there's going to be food in your pantry. There's going to be food in your icebox. I've been home many a days in the Roosevelt homes where I opened the icebox. There was food. There was milk and water. That's the food we had. And you no good, no count, rotten bastard, Curtis McCall, you're going to take 1,200 people's food away, 1,200 families, because you're mad at the director of the food pantry because she had the audacity to run for office? You had the audacity to run for office, didn't you, Curtis McCall? You didn't want to be punished or penalized when you ran for office. Who the hell do you think you are, Curtis McCall? And I know you're going to be with God Sprague and the rotten bastards, the St. Clair County Democratic Central Committee, come the 16 county elections. And I hope all you good people, not just who are affected by the lack of food, but all you decent people all throughout this listening audience, understand what's going on. These no good son of a bitches aren't good for anybody. And you know how we pay them back. We pay them back in 2016 by running their stinky, rotten, worthless, no good son of a bitchin' asses out of office.